Hi everyone, Stray Bard Art here. Today, it's my birthday. I am now 25 years old. It's honestly both a little nervous and a little exciting. Being 25 isn't really as scary as I initially thought it would be. If anything, it kind of feels a little bit more freeing, and it feels like I guess I've kind of reached a huge milestone. Recently I read a book called The Cat I Never Named by Arma Sabish El Reyes, and the book takes place during the Muslim genocide in Bosnia that happened in the 1990s, and it's about this one girl's overcoming the emotional turmoil and just surviving to get to the next day, as well as being attacked for who she is. And that kind of ties into the character I'm designing for my next book, a furbolg known as Carrie. For some context, if you've read the first story, you'll understand that there are these systems that are separating from the Empire, and some Imperials are taking it well, and others aren't. Carrie is a part of one of those nations that is separating from the Empire, and because she's also a leader, specifically, she is a princess of her colony. Because Carrie is such a huge leadership figure to her people, who are also rebels and people who are seceding from the Empire, she can't simply walk away from being a leader, no matter how much of a burden it is. And I wanted to capture that idea that not every day as a princess, Carrie is living in royalty. For her, it's sometimes a burden, which is why in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll notice that I drew her in like a very purple dress with some gold trimming, and I wanted to make the dress look like it was very heavy and a bit of a burden to bear. But at the same time, I wanted to get the idea that this was a burden that she feels obligated to bear because so many people are counting on her. And I also wanted to convey the idea that with that position comes some social and familial pressure, much like other leadership positions in the real world. What makes it interesting is that Carrie is also a bard, and not only just a musical bard, but she also has magical abilities as a bard. I drew some concepts of what these abilities could look like, such as flame or healing effects, or even ice coming from her lute. And I've been toying with the idea that Carrie, during the day, is a princess, but at night she is a bard, and probably only shares the secret with a few people. Her family doesn't know, and her music, when she does send it out, people have responded back to it mostly positive, including Lillian. And that is inspired by my own experience being an artist. Sometimes, especially when I was starting out, it felt like I was living a bit of a dual life, where I was a grad student in communications and science technology in the morning, or I'd be doing marketing work in the morning, and I'd keep telling everyone, yeah, marketing is what I want to do in life. But then at night I would be an artist. I'd draw pictures, I'd hang out with others in the art community, And there were times where I had felt like I should just stop living this dual life and just maybe stick to marketing. The reason why I just can't really find myself stepping away from art or even creating things. And I also imagine this is a similar reason as to why Carrie can't step away from art, as well as step away from being a bard, is because it means so much to both of us. In my case, being an artist has helped connect me with people from all around the world, people of different races, cultures, sexual orientations, gender identities. Being an artist has taught me what it means to set long-term goals and work towards them. It's taught me how to establish discipline, and to this day, it still teaches me, as well as acts as a relaxing and inspiring activity. I wouldn't give up my artistic skill for anything. And I imagine for Carrie it's the same thing. She plays her lute and she records her music and she shares it with others, and she finds that is what helps her get through the rough moments of being a leader for her people, as well as navigating an uncertain future. And the premise I wanted to capture in this new setting of Spacefarers and Sorceries is the idea that people are fearful of the idea that war is potentially coming, and quite possibly genocide is also following that war as well. Carrie is this leader who isn't just going to stand idly and wait for someone to rescue her, or she's not going to drown herself in sorrow. And there may be hard moments, and there may be heartbreaking moments for Carrie, but she will always do her best to get up and keep going. And that's what I also found in the protagonist of The Cat I Never Named. Arma is that kind of person who she'll keep going no matter what. She'll keep going no matter how hard things get, and Arma was not going to let the genocide soldiers win by letting them scare her. She kept doing her best to support her family. She kept tutoring. She kept trying to live life when she could, and allowing herself to feel both moments of joy as well as moments of sadness. She allowed herself to find love, even though throughout the book, the looming possibility that one day she could lose her loved ones or her own life, or something terrible could happen to them. And I think that is one of the most important things to take away from that book. It's that no matter what position you are in life, no matter how uncertain the future feels, it's important to seize life while you can and to make the most of it while you can. Additionally, on the right-hand side, you'll notice I drew Lillian and Carrie together, and the reason for that is in the next book, I want to depict both of them in a relationship with each other. And while writing this relationship, I want to make sure that it is genuine and that it's something that works well for both of them. In Lillian's case, while I was writing Lillian for my recent comic, as well as a very old comic I had, I couldn't imagine her with a guy, and in Carrie's case, I could imagine her happy with Lillian. And while writing this relationship, I wanted to get the idea of these two people who, in this war-torn situation are able to find each other and establish a relationship. And it's mostly done through Carrie's art. Like, Lillian hears Carrie's music, and that's how the two bond with each other. And I'm also hoping to include it as a major part of the story. I usually don't write romances, but I'm willing to try my best to write a romance between them. And I'm going to do my best to make sure that this relationship between Carrie and Lillian is genuine. Anyways, thank you for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed the speed painting. Be sure to treat yourselves this week. And I don't have a set release date for the sequel to Spacefarers and Sorcery Lillian, but there will be some more concept art coming along. And if you're interested in buying the Spacefarers and Sorcery Lillian comic, the links to it are in the description below, and it's only available for a small fee. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again next time. Have a good week.